The clamor for the former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Jonathan, to run for president took a new turn early Monday morning when a northern coalition acquired the presidential nomination form on his behalf. The news of the acquisition created confusion when it was made known to the public, as reports initially circulated that the former president had joined the APC to contest for the presidential ticket. The former president later clarified that he has no link to the Northern Coalition that purchased the presidential nomination and expression of interest forms at the All Progressives Congress, APC, for him, distancing himself from the group, saying he didn't authorize any purchase. After his denial of the group's intent, pictures of the former president meeting with the national chairman of the ruling party in Abuja came into circulation, making people insinuate that indeed the former president might be interested in running for presidency under the APC. Joining us this morning on the show as we discuss this latest event around the former president, if indeed there's a possibility of him running for office, and how the PDP are taking the news of his supposed defection, is Emmanuel Ogidi, former PDP National Vice Chairman, South-South Zone. Good morning, sir. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Tundu. Well, good morning, Rufai, and
morning, sir.
My brother, Dr. Bati.
Morning, sir. Well, Ed Ogidi, thank you for joining us. Well, I think the story is well stated already, and you are one of the leaders of the PDP. Is there something you know about these stories, about former President Goodluck Jonathan being proposed as a consensus candidate on the platform of the All Progressives Congress? And what is the mood within the People's Democratic Party about whether or not the president could fill the nomination forms for the APC and leave the PDP?
We are very happy to note that the APC is running after former President Goodluck Jonathan. That shows that he performed very well. But you remember that in 2015, they maligned him, they did all kinds of things to him. But thank God, he was able to be a statesman. Now, coming to your question, you know, as the former National Zonal Vice Chairman, South-South, he was in my South-South zone, and when we had any meeting, every information about the party, I always communicated to him. And one of these days, he just called me and said, "Look, Chairman, I am now an elder statesman. I have an international NGO, and we are not supposed to be partisan, but we have to be elder statesmen. And whenever we are called to give advice, we give advice. Even when we are not called, and we deem it necessary, we are supposed to give advice." So that has been the stand. Recalled also when he had this accident, I went to visit him. Of course, I saw APC people coming in and going out. They are desperate to come back again. So they are really looking for a credible candidate. And the only way they can get a credible is from the stock of PDP. So we are not surprised they are running after him. But the sad news for them is that it will not work. He's a man of his words. So we take it, because a former president who has given his word, that is now an international figure, his job is to give advice. No, I don't think it's possible. Yes, like you said, he went to see the APC chairman. What is wrong with that? He's an elder statesman. He can't go anywhere. So that's my answer to that.
But
that's my answer to that question.
What if he does decide to decamp to APC and he does get what has been reported as a condition, and I stress that it's been reported, we don't know for a fact, that his one condition, his one prerequisite is that he is given a consensus ticket? That might be too much for him to resist. What happens in that situation and he decamps for PDP? What would be your reaction to that?
Oh, that's hypothetical, huh?
Yes, it is.
Of course, we'll go to the field with him. We'll go to the field, and of course, we're going to defeat him. Look, we are poised in winning this election by God's grace. We are poised. We have not been talking much. You see, I know people have been asking us, PDP, you are not, you are in opposition, but you are not behaving as. I said, look, PDP has never been structured to be in opposition. It was unfortunate that we find ourselves in opposition. That's why we're not doing it. See, if you want to be an opposition man, you have to be ruthless. And you tell lies from two sides of your mouth. But PDP cannot do that. We give you the real time. We tell you as it is. And we work towards success. So what we are concerned with right now is to have our candidate come 29. Well, if he wants to run against us, we know he knows it's going to be tough for him anyway. But just don't go there. Forget that. All those are speculation, I can assure you.
Yes, I know, which is why I said it.
But if you decide to come into the field,
I wanted you to answer that first, because the current received wisdom, as it were, is that PDP is going to zone the presidency to the north. So if APC comes up with a candidate in the, of the stature of the former president from the south, will that change your mind? Would you also go to the south for a presidential candidate or stay in the north?
Look, I'm happy, I'm a party man. Once the party takes a decision, that's where we all go to. That's how it is.
Okay, you were saying
and then it's our job. It's our job now. Okay, I'm listening.
No, go ahead. Please finish that thought before I come in, sir. Please.
No, you go. I've already said it. You go ahead.
Okay, so you were saying
I need to hear from you. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. So you were saying just now that, to be in opposition means you have to be ruthless, and the PDP is not, that you can't tell lies with two sides of your mouth. But a lot of people are saying that you've told more than a lie, more than porcupines, with two sides of your mouth as regards this zoning issue. Because a lot of people said the convention clearly...
How did we say it?
No, hang on a minute. A lot of people said the convention clearly is that when the party chairman comes from a certain region, automatically it goes to the next region for the presidency. But now, because of some interest that be, you are thinking of keeping it open. You've not made a decision, it's still Thursday, but you are not definitely going to be zoning power to the south any longer, which a lot of people say is at variance with what the south expects from the PDP. So it is a lie they are saying now that the PDP is no longer the saving grace they want.
No, it's not a lie. You see, we need to win this election. And we need to give confidence to the Nigerian people. Like I said before in this interview, it's not about PDP, it's about Nigeria. And whoever we bring out will be the candidate for Nigerians. So we are going to be very careful in where we get our president from. I don't know where you got all of this. The party had never taken... Wait. Let me correct something. If you recall, the southern governors met and said it should be zoned to the south. The party did not meet after the northern governors met. The NEC now met and said, okay, here's the 37-man committee. Go into the field, ask questions, come up with a report where it should be zoned to. And today we have our NEC. Maybe they have gotten where they want us to go. But like I told you, it is the NEC that will decide where we'll go. And then the convention will confirm it.
Okay.
Is it clear now? So we're not told any lie.
So two hypotheticals.
The party are not.
Two hypotheticals. A lot of people are saying that if the NEC decides today to keep it open, that would be injustice to the South. A lot of people in this country and the southern part, where you are from, are saying that it is a southern zoning or nothing. And another hypothetical, if a northern candidate emerges as the candidate of the PDP, do you think it will bring about peace and stability in the South?
When we talk about... I'm happy you raised this question now. We all know that the two critical problems in this country today is economy and security. Then you have to add the division amongst us. PDP is going to come in to reconcile that. And we said we need to get a candidate that can do all of these things. In other words, the 3 in 1. I don't want to preempt the NEC because we're due to be 2 o'clock. And don't forget that we as NEC members, we are from Nigeria as well. We've been going around, we hear comments, we process the comments. So we are already processing what you're talking about. But the moment the NEC agrees on, throwing it open, of course we throw it open. But even then, I'd like to give the example of when I was chairman in Delta State. Although we did not write the zoning agreement, when I was chairman, I had 31 aspirants as governor, for the governorship, from the north, from the south, and from the central. But because we have already made up our mind to go to the south, even when all these people came out, we still got our south and our central candidate. That's how it is done. Because you cannot, at this stage, even in good conscience, say, those of you who are in the field, just stop now. It's going to create some problem.
Okay.
But when we have the understanding that we are going this way, of course, our delegates will understand that.
Okay, Ed Ogidi.
But our delegates were educating them that we need to win the election, yes, please.
Okay. Now, something is certain. The PDP has 15 aspirants who have been screened out of 17, and we have 15. Now, apart from being an elder of the party, you're also a major player in this game. If you look at that list of 15 aspirants, and you want to prepare a short list, say a short list of, say, 4, who will be on your short list, and why? And then how prepared?
Don't go there.
Why? No, I assume that you have a voter's card, and you will be using your PVC. So it's not a question of you dictating to the party. And then how prepared is the party? Because you have said about Fries, we want to win this election. And APC is also saying they are not going anywhere.
Prepared.
Huh? I didn't hear
Ruben, we are prepared. But like you said, I said, Ruben, we are prepared. But like you said, you want me to take in the first 4. And you just, like you also said, that have a lot of influence. Therefore, if I state now, it will sway so many things. So I will not do that until 29.
Out of 15, only one person will be chosen at the end of the day.
I will not until that day.
Oh, so you are not supporting anybody right now?
No.
Because I know within the party, some people are already working for some candidates.
No, people are working. Everybody's working. Yes. Look, because you need the party people to work with. They're working. Everybody's working.
Well,
we are looking at the body language. Everybody's understanding everybody's body language. Ruben, you understand what I'm saying? Everybody's understanding everybody's language. But I will not come to the television and say, I'm here now. No, it's too early. You know, one day in this game means a lot. You can sway people a day before, 2 days before, even a minute before the election starts.
But a distinct impression has been created amongst us, the electorate, not you, the politicians, that APC and PDP are sort of spying on each other and seeing who blinks first, looking to emulate or counter what the other is doing. To what extent is that true? And really, are you looking to zone the presidency to the north, as it's been reported?
You are still coming back. Even in an American election, Russia is spying. So it's a normal thing. You want to see how you can win your election. The most important thing now is that we are putting everything in place to win this election. Not just winning it according to the rules, following our guidelines. So I like to stick within my guidelines, the guidelines of our party.
All right, Elder Ogidi, are you even going to have a primary?
Are you okay with that?
I'm fine with that, sir.
Elder Ogidi, is a party even going to have a primaries in the first place? Because there's another court blip. There's another case in court, and we are hearing about accelerated hearing of certain, suit filed against the PDP as regards the party primaries. Can you talk more about that?
Did you say they're in court?
Yes.
Did I just say they're in court?
Yes.
What do you want to say when the matter is in court? But what I'm trying to say is that the party will do everything within our guideline to ensure that we have a convention that will produce our candidates. We are doing all of those things.
But what if this
But
court,
I cannot discuss whatever is a court.
but this, a lot of people are saying this is yet another blip. Here we go again with the PDP. If this doesn't go your way, your party primary is extended in such a way, and INEC is saying that, and INEC is saying that third, fourth is sacrosanct. If this stalls your primary, maybe you might not just have a candidate in this presidential election. Hypothetical anyway, so don't get scared.
We are very conscious of the rules, and we are very conscious that the umpire, yes, it will be fair, but at the same time, we also be prepared that in case it's not going to be fair, we must be ready. That is why we are doing everything within our power to ensure that we respect the ground rules, so that we're not caught unawares.
Okay, Ogidi.
And I want to thank you for raising this issue, because I'm talking when we meet, we say, look, we need to be sure of what we're doing because we don't want to run foul of the law.
Ogidi, by the end of today, we'll probably know what the party would decide with regard to zoning. And there are persons who have been saying that if the presidency on any platform is not zoned to the southeast, there will be a boycott of that particular party. Even a group in the southeast, the Igbo Elders Forum, has even warned southeastern aspirants not to even agree to take the position of a vice president. So if the party takes a decision that is going to go with a level playing field, do you think that that will lead to mass defections of persons from the south or from the southeast, and that could damage the party? Where there have been threats in that regard.
Ruben, it's part of the game, if you want something done yesterday, you know how you go about it. But the truth of the matter is that they are also part of the NEC. And they also believe that when you put forth the argument, and then there's a superior argument, of course, as a party man, you accept it. Yes, it may not be taken immediately, but in the course of time, you can drop that. But I don't think there'll be any defection, no. No, there will not be. Because our approach is going to be democratic. It's not, we're not going to use the stick and hit, no. We're not going to hit the gravel on the issue. But we have to convince whoever, say, look, this is the position of the party, for these are the reasons. That's it. Everybody's stating their own. Of course, I'll be happy if it comes to the South. But I want us to win this election. Like you said, you are looking at what the APC is true. We're also looking at what the APC is doing. Because we need to win this election. So if it is possible for us to bug them, it's possible for them to bug us, everybody's trying whatever. But the truth of the matter is that whatever position we take today, it is also in our best interest to ensure that nobody leaves.
Right. What kind of primaries are we to expect from PDP, direct, indirect, or are you trying to achieve a consensus candidate? We saw the limited success of that in the North. Are you attempting to do that for your primaries?
Yeah, you see, we've really run out of time to start discussing consensus. I'm very sure to start discussing consensus now. You can see what happened when 4 of them tried it. They got stuck somewhere. So, well, you see, we did it in Port Harcourt 2019. You remember, they were about 10. And after we got our candidate, they all worked as a team. So we are used to it in PDP. Don't let your heart be troubled. We are used to handling it.
Okay. You're used to handling it. Everything will go well. As the assurance you're giving us. But
by the grace of God.
But
by the grace of God,
a lot of people are still saying, as we speak today, that the PDP is still a very divided party. And that division will start to show leading up to the campaign for the 2023 elections. A lot of people are saying it's not as solid. as it is on ground. And those divisions are there. The Southwest, there's still a big division block between Governor Seyi Makinde and former Governor Ayodele Fayose, which, can affect your party, and across every part of the country. So some, you might call them pessimists, are saying the PDP is not still ready yet.
Well, that perception is wrong. We don't have, you see, in every family there'll be this skirmish here and there. But PDP is a very big family, and we have the internal mechanism to resolve all of these things. We do it seamlessly, of course. So don't let it bother you. Nigerians know it. They believe in us. In fact, we want to thank them. Because, you see, they expected so much from us. That's what they did to us in 2015. But in 2019, we rigged that. The people didn't vote for this government. You know how bad this government is. And we have indicated, you can see what they've been doing. But we thank God that God Almighty has still putting us together. If not, what is happening today, it's not for everybody to leave the country. But because we love Nigeria, PDP is determined. PDP is very ready to take power and then to start addressing all these issues.
Well, on that note, we'd like to thank you very much, Elder Emmanuel Ogidi, and we'll be awaiting the outcome of the PDP NEC meeting later today. Thank you very much indeed.